Alright, hey guys, I'm Sydney. This is my first YouTube video, as you can tell. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I've joined the Army and how my experience was and things that you probably should know before you get in or before you even think about joining or anything. So I wrote a little list here to help me remember what I need to talk about and so I don't get off topic. Alright, so around August of 2018, I decided that I wanted to join the Army, and not really the Army in specific, but I know I wanted to join the military. And I think I started thinking about it because at school they made an announcement saying that they were offering the ASVAB coming up, and I was like, maybe I should take the ASVAB just in case I want to join the military, because they were offering it for free, so like, why not? So I signed up, and then I told my parents, I'm like, hey, I'm taking the ASVAB at school on 9/11. So literally, like, right after school started, they were like, you better sign up. So I signed up to take the ASVAB. I told my parents about it, and they were like, you want to join the military? And I think they found it so surprising because nobody in my family has ever been in the military besides, like, a great-grandpa, but he was in the Canadian military, so it's completely different. So yeah, I decided around August that I wanted to join the military, signed up for the ASVAB, took the ASVAB, made a really good score on it. My medical scores were really high, but I made a 77 overall. My recruiter said that was really good, and the guy that came to the school said it was really good, which my friends made like way higher scores than me, so I was like stressing out thinking that I made a really bad score, which I didn't, and it was my first time taking it. Like, I hadn't taken it before. I've taken the ACT and I didn't do very good on my ACTs because I'm not very good at standardized testing. But yeah, took the ASVAB, made a 77. Got into like September time, late September. Late September, I sat down with my parents, said, I want to join the military, and they're like, okay, we'll get started on the process. They were really supportive in my whole process, which I appreciate, because if they weren't, this is not something I could do by myself. It is so much paperwork, so much, for me, it's like working out all the time, eating, I have to eat good. It's like a whole lifestyle change for me. So I had a talk with my dad, like we went to a restaurant, and he sits me down, and he starts talking about how I want to join the Army or whatever, and he says, did you know that there's a weight limit to join the military? And I was like, I figured, but I didn't know what it was, because I wasn't really looking into it yet. I just knew that I wanted to join. I was in the process of looking at all the branches, seeing what branch I wanted to go into and everything. So he says, do you know there's a weight limit? And I'm like, no. So he says, the weight limit to get in is like for my age, so like when I turn 18, the weight limit's like 132, and I started crying my eyes out. I was like, there's no way I can get down to 132. I weigh freaking 230 pounds. Like, there's no way I'm gonna lose that much weight, almost 100 pounds, before I needed to enlist. And he was like, well, did you know that there's also a tape that you can take, like the tape test? So they measure your waist, and your neck. Well, not really your butt, your hips and your neck. And I was like, okay, I might be able to pass that. Like, my chances of passing that is better than me passing the weight test, because I've been a powerlifter. I've been in powerlifting all of my high school years, and I did like weights in middle school when I was on the basketball team. And I've just been into sports and exercise like my whole life. So I was like, I'm not all muscle. People say I'm all muscle. I'm really not all muscle. But I do have a lot of muscle, which weighs me down. But yeah, I was freaking out because there's no way I could get down to 132. Like, even if I had worked my butt off for like 8 months before I left, like, got shipped off. So I started bawling in this restaurant, and everybody was looking at me. I was so embarrassed, but that's when I really realized that this was something that was going to happen. I was going to get into the Army or the military, and I was going to have to work my butt off to get in there. Like, the fact that I started crying really made me know that that's what I wanted to do, because if it wasn't something I wanted to do, I would not have started crying my eyes out. Like, I never cry, so if I'm crying, it's really something. So yeah, I had that talk with my dad, and then we went to see a recruiter, and this was like right after that dinner, I started, like, I completely, like, stopped eating all the bad stuff that I was eating. I got on a healthy diet. I've always had a gym membership, so I started going back to the gym, go to the gym every single day. We already had powerlifting tryouts and everything. Yeah, we had powerlifting tryouts, so I made the powerlifting team. I started training with them. Went to the gym every single day, started doing cardio, which I hate cardio. Cardio is like my least favorite thing ever. So I had to start running, and I started doing like biking and swimming and all sorts of different kinds of cardio. So that I could get in shape and get my heart in shape and lose a bunch of weight and lose body fat. And I managed to get down to 30% body fat, which I'm probably lower than that now. I haven't taped since MEPS, which was like a month and a half ago. And yeah, I ended up getting down to the 30% that I needed. And like 2 weeks before I went to MEPS, I met with my recruiter, and he was like, he taped me and I was 32% body fat, and he's like, we're gonna have to get you a weight waiver, because I don't look how much I weigh. So he was like, I'm gonna see if I can get you a weight waiver. And then they ended up getting me a weight waiver, and he was like, it doesn't matter if you don't make the 30% body fat, because you have this waiver, so you can lose it before you like ship off. But then I get to MEPS and I do the tape, and I was 30% body fat, and I was so excited. Like, I texted my recruiter as soon as I could, like right when I got out of the room, and he was like, how the heck did you manage to lose 2% body fat in 2 weeks? I was like, I don't know. I've been busting my ass trying to get down just to 30%. And I managed to do it, so that made me really happy, because I got to pick my MOS, which made me happy, because they said that I had a really late start. Like, most people were enlisting in April, and it was already like September. So yeah, that's pretty much like the beginning story. Like, what kind of videos you want to see from me. I don't want to do just military videos, because I feel like that'd be boring and I wouldn't have much to post about, seeing as I don't leave until June, which only gives me like 5 months with my family and my friends, and I want to enjoy that before I leave. But I'll still be training and everything. If you want, I can do like a video about how I lost all my weight, or anyway. Yeah, I can do a video about how I lost all my weight, like a workout routine or anything. Also, I am a girl, obviously, so I can do like makeup videos or anything. Whatever kind of videos y'all want to see. I am also into gaming, which makes me sound like a freaking cringy teenager, but yes, I'm into gaming. If you want to see any of that kind of stuff, just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try and make it happen. So, if you liked this video, or if you want to see any other videos coming up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, and yeah, bye!